a girl a-running in a group. She had a high-speed motor in a 40 Ford coupe. She had a racing cam and a supercharged. Look at Buddy, hot rod at large. She's a hot rod. She's a hot rod. She's my hot rod.
AM 1420, 95.1 FM, WIMS, Talk of the South Shore. We got our favorite guy in the world, the guy who keeps our cars running clean and green. Big George, have you kind of recouped from the party or what?
Oh, yeah, I kind of. I haven't eaten. I didn't eat for 2 days. Oh, my God, was I full.
I'm telling you.
You're rocking this morning. I'm digging your music.
Thank you so much. You know, we threw a little Christmas ditty in there from Big Baddie Voodoo, and which was great, a little Christmas classic. And then we pulled out that Aerosmith song.
I know. Nobody screams it like Steven Tyler.
You're so right on. And for those folks that are worried and wondering about Joe Perry had a small solo tour. In fact, he was supposed to be in town right now for the Chicago dates, and he collapsed on stage with Billy Joel in New York during one of Billy's shows, and it was a respiratory situation. Don't know the exact. All I'm going to say is he's getting better. They canceled the tour, and Aerosmith will be back. And here's a band. All 5 original members, they've been touring like that for decades, you know, in and out. They've kind of done some craziness. Go see him live because Steven's voice is pristine still. Even after all the crazy years of stuff. That's all I say. So, Big George, so did you and Sandy have a good time? My wife loves Sandy. She said you're awesome, but she loves your wife, just so you know.
Well, that's what everybody says. I'm just there as arm candy for her, you know.
Rare.
I'm just her little boy toy.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. Who's cooking Sweet Lou's? That's who bringing us this segment of Big George.
Good?
Oh,
wow.
I got to tell you, I had sausage, and I'm not being a pig, but I had a sausage. They're mini Italian sausages. We had sausage, meatballs, beef, and yesterday I had, just a little bit left. So I took one of the fresh rolls she brought in. I put a little piece of sausage on there, skillfully with beef. That's called a combo. And I stuck a meatball and smashed it in it. And it was so flipping good.
How could you do that to that meatball? Those were my favorite. I ate about 10 of them.
Oh,
my God, they're so good. I was so bloated when I left. I ate meatballs. I tasted meatballs every time I belched for a week. I'm going to die. But anyway, I don't care. It's so good. Who gives a darn?
Yeah, and I was going to say, for dining and catering, Sweet Lou's, give her a buzz, 219-785-1313. You have Jackie's vote. You have Ricky's vote. You have Big George and our whole staff.
Oh, God, yes.
Love them.
Call Sweet Lou. But let me tell you, it's the holidays, and why cook when you can get food like that delivered right to the door?
And then say you cooked it.
Yeah. There's no reason to cook. There's no reason to cook.
Absolutely. Send
not
them
when
away.
It's that good. If it was, if it was just regular old catering, yeah, that's fine. But not Lou's. Wow.
All right. So here's the first question of the day as I'm looking at it right now. Chris sent in a message and he said, ask Big George, when I come to a stop, my radiator in the front of my car seems to be so much smoking. Is that proper? All my gauges are good. Is that, and I'm not the auto dude here, but is that just because it's wet? Or what do you think that is, George?
That's entirely possible. If you go through a puddle or whatever, you pick up the rain as you're driving, it's going to stop. When you stop, it's going to steam because the radiator, of course, is hot. Well, half of it is very hot. Half of it is cooler. Mm-hmm. So, it's going to steam. But I would not just rely on that. I would wait till it cools off, wait till let it sit for a few hours, and check my antifreeze. Look in the jug, the overflow bottle, and make sure you got antifreeze. Because that could also be a leak of antifreeze, spraying out on the engine and smoking.
That's a really, really good point.
Oh yeah, but the radiator does get wet and it does steam in these like humid and damp and dreary days.
Okay, I'm liking that. Jackie, you've got a whole bunch of things going on, and I know that you're always thinking about your car and your truck and all the things that are going on. You came in craziness with the weather today, obviously.
Oh yeah, it was a little rough. But I'm in my dad's Jeep right now, though.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting my winter tires on my car right now. So, yeah. It was there was a lot of snow out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
We haven't heard that phrase in the car business in 100 years. The winter tires.
The winter tires. Now, do they still allow chains on tires, like for mail?
No, God, no.
Really?
No, they tear up the road.
Okay.
That's like steel studded, and they're studded tires, snow studded.
Oh,
those are way long gone.
Yeah, I call them Steel Big George. You get it? Steel studded. Steel Big George. Get it? Look at him.
But yeah, the studded snow tires are regular snow tread tires are all you can do.
Okay, so what are we going to do for this week on the show? We've got the live show Wednesday, encore presentation on Saturdays at 10 a.m. on WIMS, 11 a.m. WHFB. Talk to us a little bit.
Every year at Christmas, and it's sometime in December, I have in the elves. This is craziness. This is my one-year train wreck. I have a train wreck every year, and this is it. This will be the girls and the boys and girls from Tiny Miracles. They collect for children that are in the hospital over Christmas. So if there's a child that's going to be in that hospital room over the Christmas holiday, they decorate it. They give him toys, he or she. They give him, there's candy involved, and we sneak in for him. We don't care what the doctor says. this whole bunch of girls are just. These ladies are fantastic, and it started with one of the women actually losing her child on Christmas Day 7 or 8 years ago, and they decided on Christmas, kids in the hospital on Christmas have to have something to look forward to and have fun with.
Oh, that's
and I'm going to have them on it. We've been collecting for them at my shop for 2 months. We've turned in like 5 big, huge boxes already, and Ronnie's got another big box to turn in.
I love Ronnie, man. He is like the ultimate dude. Really keeping my truck, purring. I got to be honest with you. Now, and by the way, I need to get an oil change soon because since the last time, which was like a week or so ago when I saw you, I've got my several thousand miles on my truck.
Oh, yeah. He gets a kick out of you, too, when how big your eyes get.
Yeah.
When he says, that's not right.
Yeah. Federighi, what's going on here?
He took a ride with Rick, and he came back. He goes, boy, that guy's entertaining. What are you talking about? He said, you should have seen his eyes, how big they got when I said, that's not right. That noise isn't good.
Well, you want to know what? Every morning, everybody knows this, I do my daily rosary on the way in, and I always have my radio off, and that's when I hear noises. So just so you know. But I do write them down, or I'll record them on my video. As I'm going along, I'll hit the video, and then I'll go, George, listen to the noise. And then I show him, he goes, okay, dude, just bring it in. Just bring it in.
Well, I just brought my car in.
There's 2 times a year when you hear noises in your car.
Okay.
In the winter, when you roll your windows up for the first time, you'll hear little noises that are in there that you didn't know you had. And in the spring, when the weather is nice, and you roll them down for the first time, and you hear your tires and your brakes squeaking or growling or whatever. It's just that time of year for noises. It really is. Although you've had some interesting ones. Yes, you have.
Yeah. And Jackie's looking at me shaking her head saying,
Yep.
We're at 506,000 miles, just so everybody knows. 506,000 miles. George,
getting ready for the Jeep Museum.
Yeah. And I'm thinking to myself, when Devin graduates from college in a few years, that's when I'm going to get a new truck or something. But my father-in-law just got it. I'm not promoting any trucks or anything, but man, this thing is killer. I love the color, but he got a brand new 2018 Subaru truck. I don't know which one, but man, is this thing cool. Like, this thing is like tough. Like, we were playing around with it. I took him off-roading with it.
Oh, no.
He goes, Ricky, you want to drive? I go, can we go play? And he goes, sure. And I'm like, yeah. It was so much fun. I was taking it up hills, and then we went to the car wash, just so you know.
Can you imagine if the police were to pull them over full of mud and say, where have you 2 old guys been?
I would say, no, I'm not the old guy. And I would say, it's kind of cute because I'm 52, and I'll just say he's in his wiser years, but he's like a little boy. He's like a little boy. He's like, hey, I like this. I'm like, well, you want to do it? He goes, no, you just keep driving. I'm like, woo!
Unbelievable. You're crazy.
Yeah. Well, it keeps me...
Subaru's a good one to do it in, though, if you're going to do it.
I'm pleasantly surprised because I've had a lot of friends that have Subarus, and I'm not promoting any brand because I like Jeep and certain other ones that have been good to me through the years. But, man, I have so many friends that have had Subarus for years, and they just buy the next one. It's like an all-wheel drive type apparatus, and kind of.
You find that people that drive Subarus continually buy the newest ones. The Volvo, the same way. They're very dedicated. Those kind of people are very dedicated. Same way with Volkswagen.
Volkswagen.
You got it. Well, of course, with Volkswagen, you got to be dedicated.
Yeah. Well, I would tell you the only problem with VW in my book, and I had a couple of VW Bugs in my college years, which I loved, and what I paid for them and what I sold them for, I made money. on both of them. But I had a VW, and George, you're going to love this one, a Scirocco, if you remember those
God.
cars. And that thing reminded me of a mini Porsche, but in its time, because I was in college. But it was gunmetal gray, black tinted windows. Jackie's not going to know where I'm coming from when I say this, because she's, in her younger years. But I had a blah punk system in the car with 6 speakers that made that thing rattle.
Oh, God, I bet you did.
And
Holy God, 6 speakers in that little car?
And it was a 5-speed on
You
the
had
floor.
to be sitting on one.
Yes. 5-speed on the floor. That thing was so fast. So fast. I won't say that I went lots of, speed, but compared to when I was a young cat in Chicago and I had a BMW and I was just a nut in that thing, that Beamer, you touched it and that thing would you would fly. I mean, like, you literally would be up.
Oh, you had a Beamer, huh? You were a yuppie.
Well, whoa, hey, hang on a minute here. It was pre-children. Think about it. Carly's 25. It goes back many, many years. And I, was at a point when I had my little townhouse. Norm and I weren't married. And I was making lots of money.
You were a yuppie.
And I was a very hardworking 7-day-a-week man. I paid for it. And then that's another one. I had it, and I got to tell you, I would never, ever, and I hate to be this way. First off, I'd never get a VW again, personal opinion, and a Beamer, because the costs of fixing those.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's something else. And I could have gone through that phase if I would have fit in a BMW. I was never small enough to get in one.
You're such a goof.
I got in a Volkswagen taxi in Acapulco one time. It was called a Volkswagen Thing. Remember those?
Oh, my gosh.
It looked like a tank with no lid.
Yes.
It looked like a tank with no roof. Well, I got in that thing, and let me tell you, I almost didn't get out. They almost had to leave me in it.
Wow. Yeah, we heard about your Mexico soiree trips for decades.
Oh, yeah, it was disgusting.
We had so much fun. All right, we got to roll because Dan Granquist is ready to rock and come in. We love you, Big George. Big George the Car Guy. 928 Car Guys, Wednesdays live, 5 p.m. WIMS, 6 p.m. WHFB encore presentation on Saturday mornings right after Jeff and Julie. 10 a.m. WIMS, 11 a.m.
Play me some more of those blues, will you?
Rock on. Rock on.
Rock on, man. Bye.
All right, bye. AM 1420, 95.1 FM, WIMS, Michigan City, a Girard Media Company, streaming live at WIMSradio.com.